Hello everybody and welcome, I am Bricker Boom, and today we're returning to see how the best fossil of the game plays out. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry, that'll be next fossil challenge. This week, we're gonna see how the Pokemon Omanyte that took the internet by storm with Twitch Plays Pokemon does in Pokemon FireRed. Now, we've done this challenge before, and just like with some of the earlier runs, we gotta redo it. For two reasons. One, my editing is a lot better since then, and two, my pathing in the game has gotten a lot better as well. And just general knowledge. To look at Omanyte's stats, we have a pretty thick defense and a decent special attack. Our special stats, speed, and HP isn't the best, so while the challenge is obviously doable, it's not without its complications. Gym leaders like Erica are rough, along with Surge potentially. Bruno, as much as I hate to say it, can be a problem, and honestly, so can Giovanni. But for now, we're not going to worry about them. That is very much future Brickerboom problems. If you look at our moves for the beginning of the game, we're stuck with Constrict and Withdraw. We won't have a better attacking move until level 13, and that's hopefully when the game will turn around just a little bit. From a TM/HM perspective, we have access to important moves like Water Gun and Ice Beam. Last time I completed the challenge, we were at level 86, so I'm curious to see if we can beat the game this time at a lower level. Now, I don't reset, typically, unless it's like a Pikachu, for any special natures or anything like that, so whatever we get, and we'll just try to do whatever we can. For our nature, we have an adamant one, meaning that we get more physical attack and a little less special, and our ability ensures that we are never going to be able to get hit with a crit, which is honestly kind of nice given the fact that the rival, we're going to give them Bulbasaur and they get access to Razor Leaf about halfway through. For the beginning lab rival battle, it goes probably like you'd expect. Constrict is a truly terrible move, let's be honest. However, given the fact that we have that partial rock typing, the beginning lab rival fight, that's not too hard for us. With that, we're going to go ahead and go through the forest before fighting the optional rival, with the Pidgey being able to use Sand Attack and Constrict not being even remotely powerful. We want to go ahead and get through as much EXP as we can. What we do need to do, though, is get access to Bite, and that's for two reasons. One, because Pidgey's Sand Attack makes it near impossible for us to win if we don't have a more powerful move than Constrict, and two, we have Brock to deal with as well. So, while we're leveling up some, I wanted to know, what are some hopes that you have for the new Pokemon game? I know for the most part, honestly, it looks like people are on the fence about it, though the little teaser about Megas returning could be a lot of fun. So what are your personal hopes for the game? I want it, in all honesty, I very much want it to be like Heart Gold, Soul Silver, where they had Pokemon actually follow you and they actually look decent. I think we all know what game I'm talking about where they didn't look decent. So just let me know. Once we get to level 13, we get hit with Sand Attack, missing and taking the Pidgey down to yellow, then taking it down next turn. After that, the Bulba Boy is out, and we take it to half, flinch it, miss, barely take any damage. After that, Growl connects, and we spend a few turns missing before taking it down 2 turns later. After that, it's a quick jaunt back through the forest, and we can head towards Brock's gym. The junior trainer in the gym is no problem, but we'll see how Brock will be. We literally resist everything that he can throw at us, but he can't resist us. Geodude comes up first, so we use Bite, taking a little bit below half and then knocking it out. Last up is Onix, and Bind does nothing, so we bite it to almost half. Tackle does a little more, we take it to yellow, then we can take it out to win the first badge, and let us move on. With that, we have some travel ahead, and this video is sponsored by me. So make sure, if you like this video, to like it, and help me with them watch hours. Taking a look, a lot of you that watch aren't subscribed, which sounds bad, but it isn't technically. It just means that we have a lot more room to be able to grow. So with that stuff being said and out of the way, we grab the Helix fossil. Something compelled me to grab it this time around. I don't know what. After that, we can go ahead and go into the next city. Given the fact that we have 2 options ahead of us, I'm not 100% sure if we can beat either of them. Misty technically resists our water-type moves, while we take neutral damage to hers. Then there's the rival who can put us to sleep and then Vine Whip us into submission if he wants. Personally, I'd rather take the neutral damage than the 4 times damage, so with that logic in mind, not the wrapper, we'll go ahead and see how things go against Misty. Staryu is first and it uses Harden as we use Bite for decent enough damage. Water Pulse connects and we take it to red as Misty heals up. We get hit with another Water Pulse down to 16 HP, smack ourselves, and then go down the very next turn. Let's try the rival then. The rival starts with Pidgeotto, and we open up with Rock Tomb after getting hit with Sand Attack, taking it to yellow and lowering its speed. After that, we can take it down with a Bite. Next out is Bulbasaur, and it does put us to sleep, and as I expected, Vine Whips us down in 2 turns. Let's try that again. The next attempt, the Pidgeotto opts for a weak Gust as we hit it with Rock Tomb, then take it down. After that, the Bulbasaur takes us down to 6 HP, and we nail it with a critical hit Rock Tomb. After that, we do outspeed and can take it down with a Bite. After that, he sends out Abra, best case scenario for us, because we could take it down, get a level up, and get a few extra HP along with our other stats. Then, with Rattata, we take it to red as Quick Attack does a few damage, and then we take it down to narrowly win this battle. So I don't think that we're quite ready to fight Misty, so what we'll do is go ahead, head to the route to the north. We can take out the trainers up that way and gain a few more levels. Once we're done there, that's when we'll go ahead and go fight Misty. Starmie is still first, and we take it below half with Bite. Water Pulse connects for solid damage, and then we can take it down. After that, Starmie is out, and we take it below half, then Water Pulse takes us down. I think we can do it at this level. Staryu goes down always to 2 bites, and this time, Starmie gets a low roll on the damage, I'm guessing both times, because we managed to survive this off of 1 HP, and we can take down the Starmie with a second bite, winning us the second badge. Alright, so now that that's out of the way, we can go on the ship and see how things go there. Now, given our levels and the fact that we'll be facing Erica next, we're probably going to need the levels. Granted, once we get to Celadon, we'll be able to grab Ice Beam. I just don't know if we're actually going to outspeed her Pokemon, because her Pokemon are slow, but they're also fully evolved. We are not. After going through the ship, we gather all the items, take on all the trainers, etc., etc. It's time to see how things go against the rival. Pidgeotta's first, and it goes down to 1 Rock Tomb. The Ivysaur goes right to around half, hitting us with Poison Powder, and we take it down the next turn before it does too much damage. With Kadabra, we swap to Bite as it disables Rock Tomb and take it out. And then finally, it's Raticate, and despite a couple misses on our part, we're able to take it down, win the battle, and allow us to move on at least a little. Let's see how it goes with Surge. Surge starts with Voltorb and hits its guaranteed 20 damage with Sonic Boom as we take it out with Mud Shot. After that, Pikachu comes out and we continue with Mud Shot, taking it down in one go as well. Finally, it's out to Raichu as it sets up Double Team as we miss. It sets up again, and we miss. When we do connect, it takes it to yellow and lowers its speed. We miss a Rock Tomb, get taken to 4 HP, then get taken out. Once again, I'm pretty sure we can win at this level. A few attempts later and we do just that. The fact that we don't have a completely 100% super effective accurate move makes for a bit of a struggle with battles like this, since it still does that super effective damage. But, for whatever reason during our winning attempt, Raichu got greedy, going for 3 double teams, and we managed to land a Rock Tomb to take it out and take the badge. So with Surge out of the way, there are a few things that we need to go ahead and do. The first, of course, is getting through the cave, and between our Water move for the Geodude and Graveler and our Bite move for the Slowpoke, it's not too difficult. We probably won't focus on using Return very much this time around, mostly because as the game goes on, we'll get access to Ancient Power, and if you've watched this channel, you know I love that gamble. We're still going to go ahead and grab it just in case we need that extra firepower. I just don't see us using it anytime soon. So as we reach Celadon, we have a couple options that are available to us. Honestly, quite a few. There's Erica, there's Giovanni, and then there's the rival at the tower. As long as we can take down one of them, I'm confident there's enough trainers to get through the rest of them. We also make sure to upgrade to Ice Beam, given the fact that we have Erica and, of course, at a later time, Lance. This will actually allow us to get through the game a lot easier than if we didn't have it. Let's go after Giovanni first, given his very obvious weakness. Onyx is first, and we use Water Pulse, taking it down in one turn. After that, it's out to Kangaskhan, and it does have Mega Punch, and that connects for not very much damage. But to be fair, Mudshot also does very little damage. We swap over to Water Pulse, which does a little bit more as it continues to punch. Another Water Pulse takes it to red. It uses Tail Whip, then it goes down. Last but not least is Rhyhorn, and we use another Water Pulse, taking it down to win the battle. Alright, let's go ahead and grab Ice Beam and pay Erica. Visit worst case scenario, if we can't beat her, we'll head back to the tower. If we can't beat her after that, we'll be able to go ahead and move on, as long as we can beat the rival. At our current level, I can't imagine that the rival will be too much of an issue. Like I said, if we can't clear now, we can always come back later. Erica first starts off with Victory Bell, and we open with Ice Beam, actually outspeeding it and taking it down in one shot. Next out is Tangela, and we continue with our attack, taking it down in one go as well. That part wasn't surprising. Last is Vileplume, and we take it down in one go as well. Honestly, I thought that was going to be a lot more difficult. Alright, well, on to the rival, and we'll talk about Omanyte as a whole. Pidgeotto is first, and we use Ice Beam, taking it down in one go. Next up is Ivysaur, and we actually outspeed it too, taking it down. After that, it's Gyarados, and I can absolutely see this being a problem as we get into the back half of the game, but for now, it's a simple two-shot. Kadabra comes out, we swap over to Bite, taking it down in a single blow, and then last up is Growlithe, who is also a pretty easy one-shot to win us the battle. Now that we're essentially halfway through the game, I think the thing that's surprising me most is that even with a level lead, this dude is able to outspeed anything. It's a base speed of 35, which is pretty bad. Our nature nor our ability increases speed, so I guess I'm just surprised overall. As for our moves, now that we have Ice Beam, about the only thing that I think we're going to want to learn as we go into the back half of the game is Ancient Power. The chance to get the Omni Boost and beat out gym leaders at an even lower level than originally anticipated is kind of hard to pass up on, honestly. As we go through the Safari Zone and in turn Koga's gym, I don't know how that's going to go, to be honest. Koga has pretty tanky Pokemon in both aspects of defense, so I can see this taking a while to get past. Let's find out. Koga first starts with Coughing, and we open with Water Pulse, taking it down in one go. After that, it's Muck, and we continue with Water Pulse, not doing as much as I'd like, as it sets up Minimize. We swap to Ice Beam, and miss as Sludge connects and poisons us. So I'm just gonna guess you can kind of figure out how things go, as Muck basically bulks up a little bit further with Acid Armor. Once Koga heals up, it's basically all over from there. It's just too much damage. Next attempt, we've swapped out Water Pulse for Surf, arguably the better move, and take Coughing out in one go. Next is Muck, and it goes to around half, poisons us because why not, and then we can take it down next turn. The next Coughing is a single one-shot, and then Wheezing is last, goes to yellow, hits us with Smokescreen, but thankfully we don't miss, so we can actually take it down as well. Alright, I'm happy that's out of the way, but I'm not happy that we have a very difficult battle ahead. Silphco is gonna be hard, but there's also plenty of battles and trainers to go against to get the additional levels if needed. The rival first starts off with Pidgeot, as we get hit with Wing Attack, and we use Ice Beam, taking it down in one go. Next up is Venusaur, and we don't outspeed, and we get absolutely wrecked. Yeah, level up time, because even... I did this about 20 different times. One, I didn't get the Quick Claw activation. Even if I did, I don't know if that would be enough. So what we do is we go around collecting every vitamin, fighting every trainer, and just taking our time through this. Is it the most riveting thing to do? Absolutely not. But if we could pass through the game organically, rather than using rare candies, I'm more than okay with that. I just don't like spending hours grinding for fights like the Lorelei fight, or the final rival. If we still can't beat it after this, we'll try Blaine, and then if we can't beat it after Blaine, then we would level up at that point. I typically only use them as a last resort. But anyway, at level 53, we move first against Pidgeot, taking it down with a critical hit, Ancient Power, and getting the Omni boost off of it. After that, whether it was a Quick Claw or the Ancient Power, we outspeed and one-shot the biggest threat with Ice Beam. Then with Gyarados, we swap back to Ancient Power, taking it to red as we get hit with Dragon Rage, then knock it out. Alakazam comes out, and we use Ancient Power again, taking it to a Sliver as it uses Calm Mind, but then we just knock it out with Bite. Finally, he has a Growlithe as we swap back to Ancient Power, taking it down and winning the battle. Alright, so that is two of the harder battles out of the way. Let's see if the mob boss himself is just as easy the second time as the first time. Yeah, nothing exciting here. Even though he does have more of a team than before, we're able to sweep through most of it. Having moves that can't make Poison Point activate makes these battles almost trivial. We do still get poisoned because of Nidoqueen, but we managed to pull off a victory without too much of an issue. We'll see how things are with Sabrina. Given the fact that we have some strong physical moves, I think we'll be okay. Sabrina first sends out Kadabra, and it uses Calm Mind as we use Ancient Power, taking it down in one go. After that, Mr. Mime comes out, and another Ancient Power does solid damage, taking it to red as it uses Calm Mind. Sabrina does heal up, but that's fine. This is more of an Omni boost chance for Alakazam. 2 turns later, she finally stops healing as we take it down, but without the boost, sadly. Then, out comes Venomoth, and we use Ice Beam, taking it to yellow as Psybeam does a little, then it goes down. Finally, we have Alakazam, and we get hit hard with Psychic, using Ancient Power, and then it just uses Future Sight. So we take it down to win. That wasn't earned in any way, shape, or form, but I am going to take it. Alright, we can go ahead, finish up the gym battles, but honestly, this should be pretty easy for us. Fire types and then a ground type? Yeah, absolutely. Let's see how Blaine goes. Growlithe is up first, so we open with Surf, taking it down in one shot. Then, it's out to the big guy, his Arcanine. Surf takes it down in one shot as well. Well, that's the strongest of his Pokemon out. So that means the rest of the battle is done without too much of a problem. Ponyta and Rapidash are both a one-shot, and that's an easy win for us. Let's see if Giovanni is going to be just as easy for us. Rhyhorn is first, and Surf is able to take it down in one shot. The same can also be said about his second Rhyhorn that should really be a Rhydon by now. Dugtrio is probably always going to outspeed us forever and always, and hits for decent damage with Earthquake as we retaliate with Surf. After that, the Queen and King are both a pretty quick one-shot to Surf, and that wins us the battle. Nidoking did technically hit us for super effective damage, but it wasn't a crit, so we were able to withstand it and win the battle. Alright, we have one more battle to go before the Elite Four, so we'll go ahead, see if we can beat that, and then we'll talk about the Elite Four as a whole. First up is Pidgeot, and we open with Ancient Power as Feather Dance lowers our attack, but we do get the boost, so now we're only down one stage. Another Ancient Power takes it to yellow, and we have another boost, so we're breaking even on physical attack. And then a third Ancient Power knocks it out. Venusaur comes out, and we swap to Ice Beam, taking it down in one go. His Rhyhorn is out, and we swap to Surf, taking it out. Gyarados comes out, we swap back to Ancient Power, taking it to not even half as Hydro Pump hits hard. Ice Beam connects, and then that takes it down. Growlithe is up, and a Surf takes it out. Alakazam is the last of his Pokemon, and we move back to Ancient Power, doing not a lot of damage. Psychic does really solid damage, and we use Bite, taking it down in that final shot, winning us the battle. Alright, so we can go ahead and head through Victory Road and kind of theorycraft a little bit for the Elite Four. I think that Lorelei can be a bit of a roadblock, even if we use Ancient Power and get the boosts. We might be fine, I'm not sure. Bruno? Well, Bruno could actually be a problem. Earthquake from Onix and then the fighting moves against us can actually do solid damage. Then we have Agatha and our ghost types. Honestly, that should be easy enough, though Hypnosis Dream Eater combo can wreck us if we're not careful or if it doesn't miss. Lance, well, that'll be simple. And then the rival fight will be good as long as we get at least one boost, because I don't think we'll outspeed the Venusaur or one-shot it otherwise. Maybe I'm wrong, I'm not sure. Let's see how we do against Lorelei. Yeah, it's not even close. Dugong is pretty good at taking us out, even with us swapping out to Bite for return. So let's go ahead and try that in a few more levels. At level 70, we take Dugong to below half as it uses Safeguard. We get hit with Surf, then knock it out while getting the boost. Cloister likes to waste time with Protect, but we're able to take it down in a few quick turns after it sets up Hail. Now, during level ups, honestly, Slowbro was actually a huge problem, and you can kind of see me scrolling through my moves a little bit. I end up using Ice Beam and get a very lucky freeze on it so we can take it down too. Then, with Lapras, we use another Ancient Power, getting another boost, allowing us to take it down. Because of the boosts, we outspeed Jinx and take it down in one shot to win the battle. Now, do you remember when I said Bruno will be a problem? Out of embarrassment for myself and for Omanyte, I'm just going to skip to the winning attempt if you don't mind. Both of the Onyx are a one-shot, and then with Hitmonlee, it hits a Sky Uppercut as we take it to yellow. A few heal-ups are done, and then it finally goes down due to the Quick Claw activating at the end. Hitmonlee takes us down to 27 HP as we manage to outspeed turn 2 and take it down. Finally, it's Machamp, and we go first, critting it with Surf, taking it down, and barely winning this battle. It is a special kind of feeling if Bruno is an issue. Agatha time, and please be gentle. Gengar is first, so we use Surf as it uses Double Team, and we take it to red. She heals, so we use Ice Beam, taking it to yellow. Shadow Punch connects, and then it goes down. Golbat is next, so we get hit with Bite and Flinched. We outspeed next turn, and Ice Beam takes it down. Haunter is next, so we get hit with Hypnosis, which is not great. Dream Eater does solid damage, but we do get an early wake up and take it down with Surf. Then, with Gengar, it misses Hypnosis not once, but twice, so we can take it down. Then, she has an Arbok, and we get hit with Iron Tail, which lowers our defense, but we thankfully hit it with a crit to be able to take it down as well. Man, these battles are a lot closer than I thought they'd be, but I'm curious if Lance will be just as close. Lance starts off with Gyarados, and we're firing off Ancient Power. It does the super effective damage, and you know me, I want that Omni boost. We take it to around half, then take it out. From there, the two Dragonair and the Dragonite are all very kind and go down in one shot apiece. After that, it's only Aerodactyl remaining. We can take it to red with Ice Beam as it fires off an Ancient Power of its own, getting the Omni boost, but we freeze it. After that, Lance spends some time healing before allowing the Mon to go down to win us the battle. Alright, one more to go. Pidgeot is first, so we use Ancient Power, taking it to yellow and getting the boost, and then we can take it down. After that, the Rhydon is a one-shot with Surf, because it would be even without the boost, let's be honest. With the Venusaur, we can take it to red, as it goes to set up Solar Beam, but since it's locked in, it goes down. Then, with Alakazam, it sets a barrier as we take it to below half, and then an Ancient Power takes it out. We do use Ancient Power on Gyarados, but it's not doing too much damage due to the Intimidation drop and the barrier on top of that. So we actually end up swapping to Ice Beam and getting a much-needed, very lucky freeze, so we can take it out next turn. After that, we swap to Surf for the Arcanine, taking it out and winning the battle and the run. Like I said, last time we beat this run, we were at level 86. So it's really cool to see a nearly 10 level difference. That's one more challenge down, and I always love getting to use these Pokemon. I really enjoyed the fossil Pokemon for Gen 1. For next week, I'm not entirely sure what I'll be doing yet. I'm thinking maybe a Zangoose challenge in FireRed. Obviously, we're going to have to do both in Emerald as well. By both, I mean Zangoose and Seviper. But who knows? Next week's challenge may change. If there's any challenges you want to see, let me know in the comments below, or if you want to join the Discord. I go on vacation next month, so I'm hopeful to get some more stuff taken care of with these challenges, along with plenty of video editing. My last few vacations have been very unlucky, either being sick or my computer dying. But for now, I feel the hints of a cold creeping up on me, so we're going to go ahead and cut this off now. As always, though, if you liked the video, even if you didn't like the video, hit the like and subscribe button, because it really does help me out. And until next time, everybody, peace out.